This is Jagen. How do you kill this man? Chat, are you looking at this? 40 plus 10 plus 10. Candy Cane, Fortress Defense, Law Attack Defense, and Rouse Defense Res. 48 defense, 51 res. Candy Cane, if you're within 2 spaces, has guard. Defense goes up to 53. 53, 56. 56 defense. And if you're buffed up, 62 defense. His res is also no joke, acting as 54, essentially 60 res. Over 60 defense and 60 res at 42 attack. He's not going to kill anything, and if you hit him too many times, his attack is preposterously low. 42 at best case scenario, 47 acting as 50, best case scenario. No attack, but if you hit him enough times, he gets Glacies up and then he nukes you. That is so silly. Also, I really like how you went for Glacies over Ignis, because this is more consistent, having actual stats. Because you recognize you might not have the Rouse Defense and Res, you might not have Candy Cane, in which case Glacies would do more damage. Jin Diz. Courtly Candle, Distant Counter, QR, Attack Defense Rain, Mystic Boost. I actually kind of like this because the 50% damage reduction on the first hit, and then afterwards he probably wins the fight. He can start charging up his soul, probably use his soul, and afterwards Mystic Boost. This keeps him QR pretty easily. 40 defense, 33 res is hard to beat. With attack defense rain, it's acting as 37, 44, and of course 49 if he's over 50%, and then damage reduction on top of that. And he's hitting a pretty meaty 64 times 2. The Mystic Boost actually does work in stretching out his QR, but I don't really think you need it necessarily, because if you're just saving yourself 6 HP essentially, there might be better value from other skills, right? Because Soul's going to heal you up as well, so you don't necessarily need to use that. For me, I would probably, personally, I would use a Mirror Stance, right? For more res, for more attack. I take that, personally. But, yeah, this works. This synergizes. But it's not, like, super synergetic, or it doesn't unlock, like, massive potential, like in other combinations with Mystic Boost. Use multiples of the same builds. Lenny. Ooh. Wait, what? Congratulations, Broadster. Chat. What? Did you just kill Patrine for attack speed push 3? Please tell me you didn't. Ooh. Oh, okay. Here's the thing. The extra 6 speed here, extra 5 here, extra 6 here. That is 17 more speed. That takes you to 56 repel. That's a very strong repel, but it completely blows up after the first battle, right? The attack speed push is gone. Safeguard gives you 27 defense, 28 res, so it will keep Lenny alive, but it's such an overkill just to use repel, because without the attack speed push, repel's not doing much. At 56 speed, yeah, it's doing a lot. At 51 speed, well, now you're giving up percentages that you could have had. If this was attack speed push 4, I could see it working a lot better. But yeah, this is such an overkill for not perfect IVs, Lenny. I do think one day she'll be a manual, because she has a sword valor, in which case you can merge her. But yeah, I would have waited for her to actually come out before committing so hard to her. The build works if you get this attack speed push 4, then it becomes consistent. But outside of that, this is super hard to suggest. Moonbow to give her a chance at killing, I guess. 47 attack with attack speed push, but it's gone, it's just 42. Yeah, I think if you get more merges and attack speed push 4, this might actually work. But as it is, it's just keeping her alive, but that's such an overkill for just keeping her alive. You guys crack me up with some of these new builds. You know what? That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Speed Bartre, chat. Did you think you would see one today? Axe of Fertility is actually really good. Huh?
Interesting choice and build, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the armor effectiveness is nice, but Fury being in that, I mean, it's a net 0 with that and Mystic Boost, so
right.
It can work.
This is really interesting because if you were on one solo, you might as well run more than one. So speed res solo of attack speed solo is 13 extra speed. Takes him to 52 if he is buffed 58.
Oh, that's a dead Shamir, isn't it?
Yeah, this is incredibly expensive to pull off. That attack is 69, nice, up to 77, and 43 defense and 23 res. I mean, up close, this Bartre is a monster. Tons of speed, tons of attack. His defense is still very respectable owing to the fact it's Bartre. Acts of Fertility means he's destroying armor heroes, but his res is a paltry 20. I would use Times Pulse for cooldown Ether, because that way you attack, they attack, you attack, it's 3, and then next time somebody attacks you and you just Ether back. I don't know, that makes more sense to me than to need another rouse. But that's what I would do.
It may not be the most likely thing, especially when it comes to HP, because Bartre does have so much.
Yeah.
But rouse can be turned against you with panic.
Right.
Whereas Times Pulse can't.
Yep. And just Times Pulse is such a great skill. If you're gonna get that skill, almost in every situation I would suggest it used. Almost. But yeah. This is a really interesting Bartre. I didn't think we would see one like this today, but yeah, pretty cool. Just switch the C slot, and I think and then your Ether becomes really, really easy to pull off. And then yeah, because this is a net 0 and you're actually taking damage of just 43 defense and 29 res, getting that Ether up is going to be helpful for more damage and healing. So that's what I would say. You know what? This isn't such a bad idea. Chat, look.
It's not the worst thing, but you are missing out on so much more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. It's not such a bad idea because, this is something that like we talked about way back when, getting a Mystic Boost Seal for double line usages. It's just you don't need it anymore because her original weapon now has it, like has healing.
Yep.
And
well, Mystic Boost can be useful with Double Lion and Royal Sword, and my god, you even have the Refine!
Yeah, there's I would just say there's no need. Just use Royal Sword, because the reality is, sure, it's nice that it can't counterattack you, but with Royal Sword, can't you quad?
You can still quad with Royal Sword, you can still quad with Fire Sweep Sword. It's easier with Royal Sword, though, because of the extra speed that it grants.
Right.
Additionally, you can spam specials so much more with Royal Sword.
Yeah, I would argue this wouldn't even be necessary. You would just kill him anyways, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. It's not so bad because at the end of the day, they can't counterattack. But the thing is, she can totally afford to take damage. If you're really worried, just go Mystic Boost with Royal Sword with Double Lion. I think you'll heal, what, 13 HP after battle? And with her defense even boosted as well, thanks to Sword's
12.
extra stats. 12?
12 if she starts with full HP, because Double Lion does 1 point of damage afterward.
Oh,
so
same.
it happens at the same time.
Okay, my bad. 12, but yeah, I think I would do that because 36 defense. Yeah, you might blow yourself past Double Lion in these situations, but that's if you need a quad. Most situations you would kill him the first 2 shots. And the Royal Sword has more attack than Fire Sweep, and of course it gets you, you can spam Moonbow or whatever special you want. So,
I mean, it's not just a little bit more than Fire Sweep as well. It's quite a bit more because of that stat boost for not being on Death's Door.
Right. So I would do that instead. But if you really were worried about getting counterattacked and you need a quad to kill your opponents, I can see this working out. I can see this working out for like Ether Raid's defense, for example. That's where I would use something like this.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, 51 defense, 56 attack, and a potential quad, and with your Mystic Boost saving you there. But yeah, I would use this build in Ether Raid's defense. In every other case, I would use her actual weapon. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. Boost. Wait, why Mystic Boost? Doesn't Felicia's plate? Oh, I guess she's not using the.
Felicia's plate does.
Never mind. Nobody uses her anymore. I don't even remember anything about her.
Yeah, the special refine is that she gets bonus cooldown against mages.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. It should just been bonus cooldown against everybody because she needs it. And she targets lower defense or res, which incidentally Mystic Boost would counter, but Fury Mystic Boost isn't. It keeps your HP. It keeps Fury from draining your HP, but you would rather take a lull, like a lull attack defense or something like that. If you could. Or a special spiral, and you try spam specials. Yeah, it's kind of hard to use Felicia. As is, 46 attack is really crummy. 51 attack is still pretty bad, but at least she's targeting lower defense and res. She's only really good if you go into situations like Felicia now attacks Hector, for example. Then she's targeting Hector's low res and she could possibly kill him. But we're getting it's too difficult to pull that off nowadays, right?
Her attack is just too low.
Yeah. Because, for example, you can fight a hero that has like 40 defense, but their res is like 28 or something. You still don't get the kill in that case. Even if you have a extra attack, essentially, from Felicia's plate. So, it's a nice try, but I would run something else in the B slot to try and get you faster special spams. Yeah. Yeah, this really... I don't know, man. I don't know how you would do this. It's nice to see Felicia's just... Unless she's fighting against mages only with her special refine, I don't really know what she's... I don't know, man. It's a speed self, but this takes him to 37 effectively. I don't know, man. It's essentially just attack defense plus 5 and magical damage resistance. This encounter Ruptured Sky, Mystic Boost to extend his... But the thing is... Why is it not Tire Thing refined? Because with Mystic Boost will give you the ability to rerun this, right? No, it's once per... Yeah, no, you can use this multiple times.
Standard Tier Thing is capable of being used, but only if he starts combat above 50%, considering how massive his HP pool is. If it gets used once, it's not necessarily likely to be used again.
I know, but from an Ether Raid's perspective, you could totally pull that off.
It's entirely dependent on the special in use.
Special in use?
Yeah, because if he's not recovering enough HP to get above 50%, which is liable to be 40 or more HP necessary to reach that, then he's not going to be getting the miracle effect again.
No, I get that, but you got a lot of options, right? From the healing tower, from healers, you got options. You don't necessarily need the special to give it to you.
And that's depending on how vulnerable that healing tower is as well.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, you have multiple options, not just a special. Okay, well, I'm just surprised because I felt like you were this build set up with Mystic Boost. It's just stretching out your bulk, but I would totally be trying to, like, chain Miracle more than once. Because, again, if you just heal yourself, you can do that. And self can be very annoying to deal with. Alright. I don't know. I would go to his base weapon. I think you have something better there. Look at that. 70 attack. 76. Once she gets Luna up, I mean, that's still a respective 47 speed chat. So you attack, they attack, you Luna them. Now you just have a Luna for every battle. Nuke Soleil. But here's the thing. Don't use Luna. Why are you not using Draconic Aura? Mathematically, right? Draconic Aura would be 76 attack times 0.3. And that gets you 22.8 damage. So in other words, in order for your Luna to provide more value, they would have to take away 23 plus defense. So they have to be like 46 defense plus for this to really matter. And the way Luna is... The way Draconic Aura is calculated is different from Bonfire in terms of how the damage calculation comes out. I don't know. I personally, when you're around 70 attack and higher, I just take Draconic Aura if you need a 3 cooldown move. If you're trying to... I don't really think you need Luna. I would just go Draconic Aura. Because at 22.8 damage, yeah, you'll just destroy them anyways. So it doesn't really matter.